I'll get it to the vid to you, no problem.
That's sick.
Yeah, the camera like gets everything too. I'll just be here for like reference or whatever.
Yes,
If you need
it's really
anything else.
cool.
Yeah,
I love like
100%.
watching your videos, man. You're fun to watch.
Thanks, dude.
Fucking just throwing M&R rolls, man.
Yeah.
So look what one of the first things we did was it was like guard retention with the collar, right? So if I pass this way, he's gonna punch me away with the collar and see how he has his hand on the mat, so he can keep mobility
Yeah.
as I'm going to pass. If I want to pass that way, he has that hand on the collar, punch me away, and we did like 1, 2, and then on the third one, he'll switch that grip to a cross collar, wait for me to do my Toriando on the other side, and look when I want to go.
Nice.
Yeah, just drag me the fuck down and then choke me.
Nice.
So that was we drilled that a bunch of times, like one pass, 2 pass, 3 pass, and then switch the grip.
I've literally just been like sitting at home like this.
Dude, it's, if you get that motion down
Yeah.
and somebody doesn't expect it and you hit it and you've been drilling it, like that looks pretty fucking good.
It flattened,
It's a
it
nice-
flattened me out. We're just
yeah.
drilling.
It's a nice
Yeah.
little thing.
Like getting
dude.
that, it's really just about like getting your fucking hips down.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I told him like, you know, what you want when you collar guy, you want your elbow where your butt used to be.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta scoot your butt out of the way.
Yeah.
I think
that's a good thought process to take.
Mm-hmm.
Just like blocking this way. Because the other day you were trying to pass me for a second, stand on your feet, and you were just moving this way, but like I just had this hand. You
Yeah.
passed my hips, but I was just like, and I was like, oh wow, that was so
Yeah.
nice. Because like that was so much nicer than having to not like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, that was awesome. It's just a very similar thing.
So I guess it would work for the pierogi too, is just with this the wrist and then just scooting that opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
I always get like, every time I'm playing like open guard and like they do like, kind of like flatten me down on my back, I feel like I'm always getting like my legs grabbed and just like tossed.
How so? Like just like past like your guard passed?
Yeah, like even like,
Like someone just got thrown like that.
yeah, I just get like tossed.
Yeah, that's a huge
Tossed
problem
flat.
that small guys have. How
Yeah.
much you weigh?
125.
Same.
Yeah.
Like I'm at like 130 right now. Like it was like 128 like last night. That weight is in Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the same exact like issue that I remember I was telling you about that forever. And I still do kind of have that problem. People just like kind of tap the legs, but it's just about like maintaining distance and stuff. Like I would say that's like one of the biggest things I've been working on. Just maintaining distance with it, because if they can't get like if you control the distance and just like back forward with like good like stuff like this and just don't give them anything, because if people tend to freak out and open their elbows and stuff like that. I've revisited like the fundamentals of that because I used to like freak out when people would pass.
Yeah.
So you just gotta like kind of maintain
Yeah,
distance.
I think I need to stay more in like butterfly guard than trying to play like double heave or anything.
Yeah, if you put De La Hiva on somebody that's been putting De La Hiva a lot and like they're like a higher belt or something, they're gonna know how to do that. But if they run into like an efficient guard, it's gonna be inefficient. You know what I mean? It's gonna be efficient. Like just like keeping like the fundamentals right, and just maintaining a lot of the distance. Because there's like only so many techniques you can do with it, but it's like more so like a concept.
Yeah, I feel like even if they do get past, since I'm already like in this position, I'm a little less vulnerable than having like my limbs farther apart.
Yeah,
It's harder for them to like get me in a bad
Yeah.
position.
they got tight legs. People like expose this, and I'm like, oh jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I got tight fucking hamstrings.
Uh huh.
Same. That's what mine. I got good hip flexibility, but like, I can't
No,
touch
me
my
neither.
toes. Dude.
Me neither.
Isn't that crazy? I can do it if I'm sitting down, and actually still, not really. You know.
Yeah,
I got long
it
legs
hurts.
for my
If you
size,
like
though.
pull on it, it like feels like everything's ripping apart.
We can do instead of just a normal butterfly sweep, or even like a shoulder crunch butterfly sweep. I'd rather work something in with the lapel.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, can you put a gi top on so I can show,
Yeah, no problem.
so I can
Absolutely.
show this shit on
Yeah.
you? Because
Your gis fit like a Rooster Waite's gis should fit.
the pants are on the back.
None of my gis fit like that.
This
They're
one
all
I feel
fucked up.
is a little too big, like my Tommy.
I always hated the length of it, and like in the pants,
Tommy's
you
are
might
so
think that they're too short.
stiff.
Nice.
I think it's just so stiff.
Who is?
My Tommy.
yeah.
Stiff as balls. It's supposed to be better for comps, right, though?
Yeah, this shirt rolls kind of garbage.
Jesus Christ, I feel so professional.
That's Jess's. I gave it to her. It used to be mine.
Wow. oh, I forget that I have this man bun. It was like one of the first times I put it in.
So I could probably just have you face this way.
Mhm.
So we're gonna start butterfly, because we said there's two types of passers, right? The people that'll stay on the feet, and then the people that'll approach somebody's guard. Go ahead and sit down like you're playing open guard. That'll approach somebody's guard here, and they prefer to work from here. So if they enter right into your butterfly, we're gonna look for a couple things. If they're a grippy kind of person, you're gonna have to strip those grips. Strip one at a time. I'm not too worried about one pants grip unless they get to the feet. Okay, if they get to the feet, then I have to address this. But if they're staying on their knees and they're adamant about getting both grips, that's fine. We can work from here.
Because at that point, that's like X-passing Toriano kind of shit.
Yeah, and even if
stand, yeah, that makes
even
sense.
if he stands and staples one leg to the mat, you know,
Okay,
this is trouble.
Yeah.
I gotta either get on my other hip or address this grip somehow. But if they're a knee passer, we break one grip, we grab the same side collar, we use that to drag, and then we're gonna pummel for our underhook. We're not just gonna punch it, just pummel right here, head in the neck, okay? Now, we're gonna pull this lapel out. He doesn't have a belt, but sometimes you have to feed it through. You can pull it over the arm, you can go under the arm. It doesn't really matter. If it's over the arm and it's good, like here, I'll show you. If he has this grip, you go under the arm, over the arm, that's awesome. He has one less arm to defend with. I mean, he can still defend with it, but he's not mobile.
Limited, yeah.
Okay? So go ahead and keep that grip again. But I can also just as easily go underneath. And I just want to drill, just going from here. We're gonna take this out and go to like a half guard almost, okay? So drill that a couple times. Just get used to, have a grip on my pants. Get used to snapping this grip off, going underhook, you pull this lapel, and we're gonna start to feed it out, just around the back, okay? Nothing crazy. Let's do that a couple times. Are you doing on him? Alright.
So,
These grips, you're gonna break one, you're 2-on-1, and lift up, away, right?
and then
Nice.
it's like out and down.
Mhm.
And then what am I doing with this one?
Right that you want inside position, just elbow on the inside of your thigh, and kind of block to block anything that he wants to grab. Okay, and right there you're gonna off center his body by using your head into his neck, and also keeping this really tight. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Do it again. Start over. Nice. All right. See Jack. What is happening over there? I don't know. So okay, make that grip again. So you broke it, and I like how you punched right for it. But just because we're first learning this, I want you to try to get it outside of your knee, okay? And when it's outside of your knee, maybe even shuck it a little bit, throw it. And it's instead of a punch right here, make sure you have inside position, even if it's just fingertips. Your fingertips will go a long way, because by the time Jack goes to fight,
Okay.
my fingertips are already in there and I can swat him out of the way and get my underhook. Break. Here. Pull this out. It's here. And remember, I stepped into like a half guard kind of position. Now the world is ours. This is going to be called dogfight if I go up to both my knees. This is dogfight for Jack because he has his overhook. It's also dogfight for me. And the reason they call it that is because it's like it's like at this point, you know, technique is equal. It's like a battle of wills. So I'm going to step out to my half guard. Come up here. Now Jack's probably going to be trying to like club my head or something to get me back under here so he can come up and sprawl. But what I want to do before he can do that, face up and take a front headlock. Okay, when you're here, you're going to have like a chin strap, or if you're into guillotines and stuff, we could go for those. But I want you to get used to being first, snapping the head down, and then getting that front headlock position. So he has grips. Breaking one, I pulled it towards me. Notice how I didn't try to push it or pull it away from him? Because I try to pull it away from him, his fingers are still there. Okay. His fingers are still there, but if I pull it towards me, I'm not only taking away from his balance, but the material's going out of his fingers. Okay. Get it on the outside, and when I'm ready, I'm here, and I'm basing on one hand, and I'm coming up. And then before he goes to try to club my head and get the position, here. Start here, snap him down, take that chin strap. Well, we're gonna go for a choke from here. And basically all you have to do, it's here, and I grab the collar, I get rid of this underhook and I turn it into an overhook, sprawl out, and then I dip my head in the face.
Nice.
It's pretty simple. Do you need to see it one more time?
Yeah.
Alright.
And when you're feeding through and grabbing the lapel, are you grabbing it like this?
Fingers in. So I snap them down. Fingers in.
Okay.
On the far side. It doesn't have to be super high because of the nature of the choke. It's gonna get tight fast.
It's just a loop choke, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I couldn't see what was going on. I could kind of tell by feeling.
Strip. Hand on the mat. Here, and maybe even, you know, when he knows this leg is going, that's when he has to go in go mode, or else I'm gonna get a good position. So he's gonna try, but I'm gonna force his head to the mat. Don't just push away from you. Force it to the mat, because then you can, you know, if you want to get fancy, you can do all kinds of stuff. You can take his back that way. Anyway. The fingers in. This underhook. You're gonna put your chest on him. Switches to an overhook, and the back of my hand is on the back of his head. Okay. Out here, I'm just gonna put my head. You can rest it on his thigh if you want. Your head will naturally fall into that space. I'm gonna tripod up and roll. You can finish it here, but what you really want is to finish it when he's on his back. Okay, and the finish is just you're pulling your elbow in, and you're also trying to get to your stomach.
Nice. Nice.
So you're gonna do that.
Same thing for choke break.
And then here, so you're saying kind of like punch out.
Yeah, because he's gonna want to fight for inside position, right?
Yeah.
And then you catch him doing that.
Yeah, just like slide it and angle it a little bit. Yeah.
Here. And then,
And look, when you're comfortable, yeah, jam that head to the forehead to the mat.
and then
Take the front headlock. You cup his chin in the meantime.
cup his chin.
Mm-hmm. Now here, once you actually get up on your knees, you don't need to keep that. You could just keep like a punching motion on your left arm. You know, just keep his right arm
Just
taut.
kind of grabbing.
Yeah, that's fine right there. As long as he can't really move that.
Nice.
So when you want to go for your cross collar grip underneath, you switch that underhook on your left arm to an overhook. Feed the back of your hand to the back of his neck. Go tripod up now. Don't just go for it now.
And then
Stick your head in this space right here, and then roll. Now go to your belly. Suck your elbow in. That's it.
Nice. Nice. It's good, like getting like from bottom to top, because it's like you're playing guard, but nobody ever told you that you have to stay right here. You know what I mean?
I tell people
It's
that
kind of like just getting up to the front head. That's awesome.
when people have trouble like finishing a sweep, like, you know, just let's say basic tripod sweep, and then the guy like is resisting and gets up a little bit. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, the guy, he just keeps getting up. When I knock him down, I can't get there fast enough.
Yeah.
It's like, you know,
start threatening it.
you know, you don't have to stay on your
Yeah.
butt. Like you can wrestle him a little bit. You actually
Yeah.
have to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what we worked on last week after the collar guy. I said, you know, what if I base? So we just practiced like coming up on a single leg
yeah.
and how to finish that single leg properly.
Nice.
So you don't look like a clown if you can't get up off your butt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where'd you do that one from?
The collar guard single leg.
Yeah.
It was just with part of my hydrolysis, you know. So when he misdirects me and I catch him slipping here, it's when he bases on all fours, right? Not that you can't finish this week, go and start to stand up and stuff, and you're gonna come back into me, right? So I'm just gonna take this and angle out,
Yeah.
pick it and shake him down.
That's exactly how I hip out.
Yeah.
Perfect. Every collar drag that I've ever hit was a setup for a single leg. You know what I mean? Because
Oh, yeah.
I don't have the Garcia strength to throw your face to the mat.
You're gonna base, so you have to pick their leg.
Yeah.
I feel that.
It's always and arm drags too. Every arm drag that we do in tournaments, it's mainly to expose the back or to get the single leg.
Yeah, you're never gonna make someone face plant.
Yeah,
that
even
are-
from
are
your
weight.
butt. Even from your butt. Coming
Yeah.
up. Yeah. Every time.
And that's mostly just like what I'm looking for. Like, I spend like 90% of my rolling time probably like on my back and like side control.
Like laying on your back.
Yeah, getting out of
Yeah.
side control, getting out of top mount.
People force half guard on you.
Yeah.
And
all the
like
time.
and just get chest to chest pressure. It's my kryptonite in like gi competition.
Yeah.
I was rolling with this kid from Tap Panther Row. You might have saw a highlight of it, but I didn't post much about it. He beat me like 20-0. But I passed the guard at the end just because like I was good and I was like out techniquing him at first, but he just forced half guard in one little spot and he just had some crazy strength and he just kept me there.
Yeah.
And just mount pass side control, knee on belly, mount pass, mount. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Racked up the points that way.
I'm gonna listen to Jess when I go back to like training full time and not just like roll with anybody. There's so many people like they love rolling with me because they'll just put me in side control and hold me there.
Oh yeah, it's like a
And I'm
field. It's a
like-
field day.
I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
you're not learning. I'm not
Yeah.
learning.
Yeah.
You've had me in side control for
That's the
2 minutes
mindset.
now.
That's the mindset you like should have. You're not learning. I'm not learning.
Yeah.
You should be able to like move around with somebody
Yeah.
while like even getting good work in.
Yeah. Like,
We've
I
had,
watch
like,
the higher belts
sick
roll
work
and it's
or
all like
something.
flow roll,
Yeah.
and I'm just like,
It
and all the
seems
white
like-
belts are over here like forcing like Ezekiel chokes on each
Yeah,
other
yeah.
after like 30 seconds
From their own guard.
from their own guard. And I'm like,
Doing toe holds this way, you know, popping each other's knees. We'll do high elbow guillotine too from that same spot.
hell yeah.
You probably just have experience with the normal guillotine, not high elbow, right?
Mm.
Okay, so
Minimal experience.
before I get into it, the way I do my high elbows, I just recently had somebody tell me it's all wrong. I do my high elbows wrong, but I've been doing it for years, so it actually works. A normal high elbow, it'll be an underhand grip on the chin, right? And then this hand will come up on top, pull this way. This kind of can be a lever too. I've seen people do that. The way I do it, I go a palm down grip and go this way and crank up like that.
Okay.
I had no issues with
So you
it.
use your own arm to like
Yeah.
tighten it.
So it's a palm hand down, and I go underhand with the other one. I crank up that way.
Nice.
I thought that was the high elbow. I thought I've been doing it right the whole time. But apparently
I
it's
just do it there.
yeah. You can. There's so many different ways. You can if you make up your own grip and you invent something fucking great. I've seen people punch their own hand like this.
I feel like I'll probably be able to get it.
I've seen people S grip too. But the standard one that I'll go for, if I'm not doing high elbow, is just, you know, a grip on the wrist right here. But anyway, let's get into it. Got this inside position. I'm gonna base out here. Slam his head down, and maybe the collar is not exposed. Okay, maybe his knee's all jacked up. All right, but I still have this grip under here. I'm gonna keep this tight until my wrist passes his midline of his throat, like where his Adam's apple is. If it's over here, I'm not even thinking about a guillotine. Has to be here. You want to maximize your chances of getting this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a palm up. I'm gonna ditch this underhook. Slide the grip right here. You see how my elbow landed on top of his shoulder?
Yeah.
When I go palm up and then this one palm down, my elbow's on top of his shoulder. Now the finish, I'm gonna use my elbow on top of his shoulder to help me get my base. Okay, I'm tripoding on it. A lot of my weight's on Jack right now. This knee, the same side as your choking arm, is gonna slide right here. The left leg is gonna go on top of his back, and all you're gonna do is do that lever action that I talked about earlier, and that helps pull your right arm into the throat across the body. But that detail is really important. That's why I wanted to do high elbow instead of normal guillotine finish, because with the high elbow, you can rest that on their back, help you get your tripod, so you can really throw your knee in there.
Yeah. Probably for smaller guys.
Yeah, definitely. here. My palm's down right now. My palm is up. This one's down. When my elbow's on his back, tripod up, he should be feeling a lot of weight right where my elbow is. This leg is just gonna slide. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, just drop it here. So the your instep is on his like hips / rib cage maybe. When this leg goes up, you know you're about to finish.
Alright.
This is where my foot was after I slid it.
Yeah, it's huge. Because you're blocking the hip.
And if he passes that way, it's gonna help you roll over, come up on top, and finish that mounted guillotine.
Yeah, I see white belts all the time. Just like grab it and not fucking
Yeah,
get that foot in there.
they're like this, and they don't do it with their legs.
But they had this leg over the back, and this leg isn't in front of the head, and then they're in side control.
So how are they gonna try and pass most of the time if you have them like in a guillotine?
It is. Say it again.
Like you said, if they try to pass, you can roll them.
Yeah, so because of where my foot is here, right? Jack goes to pass. I'm gonna drop this.
Yeah.
Kick him
That's
over.
just gonna make me roll.
It's just like a little sweeping motion.
Nice.
Kick him over, and then you finish it on your side or your belly.
Mm-hmm.
Someone in the UFC did that. I forget who.
Probably 6. I don't see a lot of 6 sweeps in these.
It's much better than that thing that I did the other day from bottom side. From bottom side control, you just grab the head.
Oh yeah.
You just bunk them over.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a strength thing. I just pinch there. I'm just like, "Yarr."
When your trachea is getting crushed, like you're like, all right, I'll go that way.
Yeah, 100%.
That makes sense. Anything not get checked out.
Yeah.
So try that high elbow a couple of times. I'll walk you through the grip if it's confusing. Nice, and you can base with your hand now. You're good to go to your knees in that dogfight position. Yep. Immediately after you get to your knees, snap that. So remember, the right arm, your palm is gonna be up.
And then, am I still doing the underhook?
No. This is arm out guillotine.
Alright, so this palm's facing down, this one's
This one's
facing up.
up. Now lift up on your right elbow. Nice.
And then from here, I tripod.
Your weight's on his back. Good. Now that right knee's gonna slide. Flat of your foot should be facing towards me. Good. Throw that up.
Nice.
I saw you had an S grip.
Foot like
Yeah,
hook.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing, is like my foot leg awareness.
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably
Yeah,
the
dude.
hardest
Even
thing.
me, I leave my legs out all the time.
You're just not used to like looking at your feet all day.
Uh-huh.
That's true. I saw you had the S grip and like you grabbed your fingers,
Mm-hmm.
but take your time with this one and don't settle for anything less than this palm to palm, and it's like a reverse gable grip. You know, gable grip you would exclude your thumbs.
Yeah.
Pretty much just think of a backwards gable grip. You're gonna exclude your thumbs, but your hands are still locked around each other.
Just like that.
Yep, just like that.
Just more secure
Yeah,
than this. It's a little easier.
exactly. And when you have this full gable grip, you have a lot of torque to put your weight on its back with this lever right here. Should I do it one more time? So now you're probably gonna do it like 2 more times. But is your wrist past the midline of the start?
Mhm.
All right, now you can start making your grip now. Nice.
Nice.
So the grip was great. This it's not necessary, okay? You could finish it just as easy like this.
Mhm.
You don't have to do that.
That's just like a
Lower
last
motion.
resort to not tap
Yeah,
in.
totally optional. You know, this, like I mean, look where my forearm is here versus here. It's the same spot. You're gonna finish the choke.
Yeah. Your legs look a little far away from me
Mhm.
when I'm in that position. Do you see that or anything?
I didn't know.
Like it might have looked like his legs were like a little far.
Sprawled.
Yeah. Maybe put your hips in a little more.
Yeah, it's okay to you don't have to be sprawled like he just shot a takedown, because you know the goal for that is your hips are on the mat.
Yeah.
Okay. Jack just skipped turtle. So instead of me trying to fish for the choke like this, is this what it looked like to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna just take this underhook and just do the thing. I got my grip, right? I'm here adjusting the choke.
Okay.
I'm here the whole time, over top of
So
them.
you're really just forcing like that pressure
Yeah,
down.
but this is one of the only times it's okay for your butt to be in the air when you're on top. Normally, you know, they say
Like
here.
your ribs.
That's why I'm big on that pressure with the chest on his back. Okay, so you can go here, and if you need to, this is great for circling around the back. It's gonna be harder for me to circle around the back when I'm here. So try it one more time.
You can try the other side if you want to.
What was that?
If you want to try the other side, I don't know, just mention it.
Here. I want to get this lapel like right.
Yeah. So I noticed you were fishing for it after you got the underhook. That's fine. You don't. I'd actually recommend you start fishing with lapel after you get the underhook.
Yeah. So once I go in here. And then
Yep, your right hand is pulling down. Good, that's better. That looks better. It's better already.
Yeah. The drop down felt much like smoother.
Alright, yeah,
I could tell the
putting the
choke
weight
was
on
in
like the
before.
elbow.
Mhm.
That makes sense. Yeah, because I was like instead of tripod, I was sprung.
Yeah. Legs a little far.
Yeah. That makes sense though.
One more time before I move on to the sweep I want to do. I just want to see you do that loop choke again.
Okay.
Just make sure you didn't
The first
forget
one.
it. Nice.
Right here.
And you're gonna put your head to the left side. Remember in that little space pit? It's not going back. Yeah, right there.
And is this like the same like tripod instead of sprawling?
And then you're gonna roll your left finish. Just like that. That's the finish. If there's one thing in that whole entire thing that I would fix, it'd be this part. With the underhook. That lapel. Come up. The only thing that I would fix, I noticed you snapped his head down by starting here. You had your fingers on the back of his head. You see where my elbow is? If I get up too early, Jack still has a free left hand, okay? And I get up too early, he's gonna scoop my leg, or underhook me and take me down or something. Okay?
Yeah.
And one little grip might not seem like it's a world of difference, right? But if I'm here and I start here and snap him down, try to underhook me or shoot my leg,
Okay.
I can stay sprawled and this guy's head.
Frame.
So look, when he goes to try to shoot into me, have that. But if I start on the back of his head, he's gonna either underhook me or scoop my leg.
Nice.
So that's why I start on that side of the head. Make your hand like a snake, right? Here. It's the only thing that I would
And
fix.
then you go
Nice.
around once they're like.
Mhm. Once you feel that their posture is broken enough to where, you know, you're not gonna get reversed.
Single legs.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like negating the scary nature of being in this position and just like efficiently just being like, come here.
Yeah.
Front headlock. It's a really good way to go. And I've only just recently started like thinking about the idea of that.
Yeah, even in close guard, you'd be surprised how many times you could just get like some kind of guillotine grip or a headlock and just go to your knees.
Yeah.
People will be like, look, here you
Or just
you
get a
snap
savage
it.
collar tie and just do what you
Yeah.
did and just pass it off.
Some people concede because they're not used to it.
Uh-huh.
I'll have to try that. Yeah, like I'm okay like breaking people down if they're not like too much bigger than me.
Mm.
I mean, a lot of people just like automatically. I get in the guard and they're like, "All right, bye."
Mm.
And if they're
Yeah.
if they're taller like Andrew, it's gonna get hard. The taller they are, the harder it is.
Mm.
So now the sweep. You probably might have learned something like this in class from Jeff, but I don't think it's been like from this position. He would show it like starting from butterfly. So we're gonna do everything. We're gonna break our grip. Put my knee on the inside. Here. So I'm gonna start to get up. My head is still in his face, right? Because I don't have his hand to push it away yet. But he whizzers really hard. He's giving me a really hard whizzer. So now this loop choke is gonna be pretty much like damn near impossible. I'm not getting that arm out. I've seen people go for triangles here, like the dogfight triangle, but I think it's really inferior if you're the one with the underhook. So we're gonna sit here. I'm gonna push my face back into him a little bit, but that's only so I can get closer to his leg. Okay? If I go to grab Jack's leg right here with all the space, I'm gonna get broken down. I'm just gonna fall. Okay? So my head's in his face. I'm gonna give him a little bit of pressure. Now I can grab his leg. He would have gi pants normally. If he shows up to gi class without pants, that's scary. But we're gonna grab his pants, right? I'm gonna collapse this elbow in. I'm gonna sit this leg through, if we're doing a wrestling sit out, and I'm gonna let go of this lapel, make a fist, punch my elbow to the mat, and we're gonna sweep him over. Okay? So I have this for now. Drive into him. When I make this grip, yeah, I'm gonna let go of the lapel, punch. He's gonna keep his whizzer. That's gonna keep him right over.
Yeah, I've seen Jeff do that, but not from butterfly.
Yeah. Where does he do it from?
I feel like I've seen him do it from half guard.
Yeah.
Positions.
Yeah,
And I feel like
dogfight.
he plays a lot of like half guard, like you were saying. He's better with like the bigger,
Yeah.
slower.
I don't like
game.
sweeping people from half guard, man. It's tough. It's scary.
Yeah, I did a similar move, like the way that you're switching your hips from bottom knee on belly to the other day. When like you just like switch out your hips and come up. This is a sweet little hip switch. I love this one.
Do it. What, from side control?
Do the from knee on belly.
Yeah.
Just like the idea of trying to get his weight over and then coming this way
Yeah.
and then coming like that.
Yeah, Jeff's taught that one like word for word.
Yeah. It's not.
I forgot I had a blue belt on. Alright,
It looks exactly like the blue belt that I had.
Really? It
Exactly
does.
like
Yeah,
it.
3 stripes and everything.
Yeah.
It's just looking like that.
Uh
If you ever need a replacement, I don't know.
huh.
This. Take this leg out first. And remember, keeping our forehead here. If you don't, he's just gonna square back up into me and flatten me out. Okay? That's why we keep this here. That whizzer's gonna be really hard. It's not gonna, the loop choke's not possible now. So keep driving and have a good line of sight on his leg. When I do, I grab it, I let go of the lapel. I sit this leg through. When you let go of the lapel, it makes your hand fall flat on, flat between the mat and the back. It's not balled up, it's not gonna hurt yourself. Just gotta do that a couple times.
Yeah, because I feel like I've done like a similar sweep from half guard, and I just always like land on my hand. And I'm like, ouch.
And probably flattened out too.
Like, this one hurt me more, dude.
Come on, Henry.
You're working really hard.
Mm-hmm. A little bit. Get the angle, grab the knee. Sort of slide out.
You let go of the lapel too late.
Okay.